Hey mums, how you going? How you going? Welcome to the first of our prenatal yoga classes. This was one of the godsends when I was pregnant with my daughter. I had a lot of lower back pain and a lot of pain in my shoulders because I just couldn't seem to get a comfy spot to lay. We all know what that's like when baby starts to get really big. You're like, oh, I'm not comfy on this side. Oh, I can't be comfy. I definitely can't lay on my back. So if you're like me, I was always laying like this in my bed to try and find a comfortable position. Yoga was definitely one of the godsends for relieving a lot of the lower back pain, a lot of the tension that you feel around the hips as baby is starting to get bigger, and also up in the shoulders and up in the top of my back because of those really weird twisting positions. And you have to do everything a little bit differently because baby is starting to get in the way, right? So prenatal yoga is great for working on those specific areas that we get a lot of the pain in, and also for also being able to increase your mindful awareness of baby as you're going through your 3 trimesters. Now, these poses that we're going to be doing today, well, here's my little assistant, Mavis. She from the day I got pregnant till the day Kiara was born, she slept on my belly. She was the pregnancy cat, so it's kind of fitting that she's here with us today. All of these poses that we're going to be doing today are safe for any trimester. It doesn't matter which one you're in. If this is your first yoga practice, awesome, welcome, welcome. If you've done them before and you're just looking for something different, that's fantastic too. So we're going to be doing them every single day over here in Galactic Health. Grab yourself a yoga mat, find yourself a quiet place, and we're going to start in child's pose, and more specifically modified child's pose. So what I want you to do is your feet are actually going to be almost as wide as the mat. Right? Sink your bum down first. Remember, we're going to make room for baby. Just put it down on the table, go back. And from where you are, reach your hands forward down your mat as far as you can. If you're further along in your trimester, this is as far as you can go because baby's starting to get big. That's awesome. If you have to come up a little bit because baby is a little bit big, that's okay as well. Remember, this is what works best for you. So reach your arms as far forward as you can and surrender your head to the floor as far as you can. And as you're in here, what you're doing is you're hugging your belly and you're pulling your belly in. You're engaging all of those lower abdominal muscles, hugging the baby. And as you breathe, just breathe in to any areas that have tightness. If it's easier for you to bring your toes together, then do that if it's more comfortable. And just surrender your body to the floor, taking a couple of minutes just to relax, to let go of any tension or tightness. This pose is great for stretching out the hips as well, creating a little bit of distance in the hips as baby gets bigger.
Where's baby?
2 more deep breaths. I know some people are a little bit further along, so if you need to, come up on your elbows. Again, those still come up on your elbows just a little bit. Just keep surrendering. Last exhale. Come up onto a gentle all fours. Now, when we're doing cat-cow, we don't want to overextend that belly too much. So what we're going to do to start with, roll the shoulder blades down your back, lift your chest, and lift your head up. All right? Remember, always being mindful of hugging the belly in, hugging baby into you, engaging those lower muscles. Inhale. And as you exhale, round from the tailbone first, always round from the tailbone to keep up the posture. Tuck the head. And exhale. Inhale, come gently back to center. Pull the shoulder blades down, lift the head and the heart. Hug the baby into you, hug baby into you. Exhale, round from the tailbone. Push up between the shoulder blades, tuck your chin. Exhale. Inhale, back to neutral. Pull the shoulder blades down, the back. Lift your heart and your head. Last exhale into cow. And come back to a neutral tabletop. From here, we're going to go into downward dog. So with your feet either as wide as the mat or a little bit further, tuck your toes in. Now, if you can still do it in one move, fantastic. If you can't, that's perfectly okay. Come up in whatever manner suits you best. So if you have to step one leg back and then the other to join us in downward dog, that's perfectly fine. Remember, this is what works best for you and baby. Okay? You may need to take the legs and pedal them out a little bit. Always being mindful of hugging baby into you, pulling your belly in, pulling all your lower abdominal muscles in, supporting yourself and supporting baby. If you have to twist a little bit to stretch out the hips, that's fantastic. Just take a couple of deep breaths here. Loosen up the hips, relax the shoulders and the arms. We're always grounding down through the feet and the hands. One more breath. From here, we're gonna come into a modified chaturanga. So bring your knees to the floor, alright? If you can still do it from full plank, then awesome. But if you're a little bit further along and you want to come down to a modified pose, bring your knees to the floor, feet up. We're going to do a modified chaturanga. It's almost like a push-up. Just go down as low as you can with good form. Just do 2 or 4. Okay, come all the way down. I know you can't come all the way down if baby's in the way. See if you can drop your hips to the floor as far as you can. Okay, straighten legs, drop the hips to the floor. Hug baby, hug belly into you. Triangle up your shoulders, down your back. Look up. And push back into child's pose. Feet together, knees as wide as the mat, as wide as you need. And rest your head on the floor. If your bum is up higher, that's perfectly okay. Baby's in the way. All good. If there's still any tension or tightness in your lower back or in your hips, just take a couple of breaths and release any of that tension. One more breath. Come back up to tabletop. Tuck the toes. Again, if you can do it in one move to downward dog, fantastic. If you can't, stretch one leg up, then the other. You meet in downward dog. Feet can be as wide as the mat if you need. Relax the shoulders. Hug baby into you. Hugging baby into you all the time, giving yourself some support. And from here, we're going to take the right foot high, as high as you can. Inhale, step the foot forward into warrior. If you can't, you may have to step wider than your hands if you're used to stepping in between your hands. If you can't step all the way up, grab your foot and step it forward so it's a little bit easier for you. Okay. Rotate the left foot down, coming up into warrior, hugging baby in as you rise. This is all about what works best for you. You're trying to keep your hips as square as you can at all times, hugging baby into you. Let's take a couple of breaths here. Now we're going to go into extended arm cross. So put your right hand down, left hand up. Twist open as much as you can. Right, usually this is all the way over when we don't have a baby, but with baby here, we're always working just with what feels good for us. Not trying to overextend or push too far into the pose. Okay, come up. If you need to use your hands to come up, that's awesome. Right arm goes back, breathing into the right side. Now straighten your legs. We're going into our triangle pose. Okay. Now this doesn't always work for everybody, but if it does, okay, what you're doing is you're extending your arms over, okay? Remember, shifting the hips back, shift that into the left hip, reach the arms straight so you're nice and parallel. Whoop, I'm crooked. If you can stretch a little bit, stretch a little bit. You don't have to come all the way down. Put your hand on your right leg. Give yourself the support. Hugging baby in. You're always hugging baby in, giving baby support. And bring the arms up into warrior two. Okay. Nice and straight. Hips are squared off to the front. Arms nice and level. One breath. And two. Now straighten the legs. Turn the feet a little bit so that you're going to come into your goddess pose from here. So, feet to the front, arms up. As you exhale, bend your knees down into your goddess pose. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, down just a little bit deeper. Inhale, arms up. And deeper still if you can. And up. Last one. Exhale into the goddess pose. Inhale, come up with your hands straight above your head. Arms out into warrior two again. Tick-tock the right foot to the front. Push over that leg. Right arm goes up, left hand down on your left leg. Breathe into the right side. And windmill the hands down. Okay. Turn the left foot straight, step the right foot back. Up into downward dog. Take this moment just to pedal out the legs. Couple of deep breaths here. On your next inhale, come into plank, into modified chaturanga. So drop your knees to the floor. Do 1 to 3 of the modified chaturanga, which is the push-up position. Drop your hips down to the floor as much as you can. Pull the shoulder blades down, lift the heart. And knees wider than the mat, feet together. Push back into child's pose and relax. Always take child's pose as Mavis. Get down. I know you're giving everybody love for their babies, but get down. Take this time. Always take the moments when you can relax to relax. Remember, hands as far forward as you can. If you can't go all the way and you have to come up on your forearms, that's perfectly fine. Relax the shoulders, relax the small of your back, lower back, your hips. One more deep breath. And we're going to go back to our downward dog. Come up onto all fours. Put your feet out either wide as the mat or just a little bit inwards. Come up in one, or come up into, so straighten one leg and then the other. Meet in downward dog. On your next inhale, lift the left leg. This time we're doing the other side. Step the left foot forward, either in front or if you have to go a little bit wider than your hands, that's fine. Plant the right foot, come up into warrior one. Swing it after you, go sit down. Always making sure we're hugging baby into us. You're engaging your lower abdominal muscles and into your pelvis. Give yourself and baby the support. Now we're going to reach over, so left hand comes to support your left leg. Twist open your body. Twist open into that right side. Reach your arm over if you can. If you can't, that's fine. Breathe into your right side. Okay, come up into warrior one. So you're turning your arms nice and straight, opening up the hips. Looking over your left hand. It's really helpful with opening up the hips, keeping them open, reducing the tension. As baby getting bigger, there's less room in there for us and for baby. So this helps with having a nice, smooth delivery. Okay, drop the right arm onto the right leg. Lift the left arm up and over. Over if you can. If you can't, up is fine. Breathing into your left side. Creating space. Okay, from here, come back to warrior two. Turn the right foot so you're into a triangle pose. Shift the hips back. Shift your right hip back. Lean over the left side. I know some people can still do it, but others can't. That's fine. If you need to, put your left hand on your left leg. Bring the right hand over. Okay, we know what normal triangle pose looks like. It's like this. Baby's a little bit in the way now, so we can't do that anymore. Always use your other arms and legs to assist you. And come up, just straight now. Turn your feet just a little bit. So we're coming into our goddess pose on the other side again. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend both knees, push them out to the sides. Sink as low as you can. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, sink just a little bit lower. Inhale, arms up. Last one, sink as low as you can. And arms come up. Turn that left foot back out into warrior two. I'm going to stretch out the sides one more time. Left hand down onto the left leg. Right arm goes up, twist open to the right side. Breathe into your right side. And coming back up, drop the right hand down to the right leg. Lift the left arm up and over. Breathe into the left side. And come up, hands down to the floor. Step the left foot back into downward dog. Now there's one more pose we're going to do before we finish for today. From your downward dog, you're going to take your right foot high again. And this time, instead of stepping it forward, bend it so it's like bent out to the side. Bring it forward into your figure four. Okay, so your right foot is parallel, almost parallel as you can get it to the front of your mat. Right. Sinking your hips down to the ground. Baby is right here, so make sure you're hugging baby in, giving yourself and baby the support. Now, if this is as far as you can go, that is fantastic. If you want to go a little further, come down onto your forearms, hands together, rest your head on your hands. And for those out there that can still come all the way down, absolutely. Okay, so there's variations. Relax and breathe into your figure four. You can be up Down on your forearms. Or all the way down if you can. For those of you that are having a little bit of trouble with that one, if it's not agreeing with you today, come sit on your bum with your feet at 90 degrees. Take your right foot, put it on top of your left knee. Use your hands to push your body up towards your leg. That right knee is going down towards the outside, opening up that hip joint. Now everyone comes, twist onto your bum. If you're in the figure four where you're sitting up, then just take your right foot and extend it out in front of you. Same with your left leg. Everyone else come and join us, sitting on our bums. Nice and tall. If you have to grab your butt a little bit and pull it up so that you're sitting actually up on your sit bones, nice and tall. It's a little bit harder with baby, I know. And inhale, reach. And lean forward as far as you can. You're leaning from the hips, so pull, hug baby in, lean forward, lean. If you have a strap or a band that you want to put around your feet so you can pull yourself forward a little bit, fantastic. That works great every single time. Okay, come back up. Now we're going to do the other side. So if you want to go back into the other figure four, then put your right leg behind you. Okay. Bend your left leg, so you're starting figure four. Come forward. Remember, you can be here, if this is as far as you can go. If you want to come down to your forearms, if you have room still, or if you can still come all the way down. Whichever one works best for you. And of course, if it's not working for you today, come back up into your seated position with your knees forming slides in front of you. Take your left foot on top of your right knee. Pushing up, keeping a nice straight back. Pushing that left knee down and out. Hugging baby in, lifting up with the chest. And everyone come join us back on the seated position. So if you're in the figure four, up on the front of your mat, come back up. So if you're up nice and straight, sit down on your left hip with your right foot around. And join us with your legs straight. And last one to finish. Bring your feet together. Okay? Nice and wide so there's lots of room for you and baby. Use your hands on your knees, sit nice and tall. Hug baby into you, engage your lower pelvis. Lift your heart up and forward. If you want to bring your feet in a little bit closer to you, I encourage you to do that absolutely. Whatever works best for you. Inhale, get just a little bit taller. Exhale, round the back, sit back on your sit bones. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, round the back. Last one, inhale, lift. Lift with your heart. And exhale, round the back. We are going to finish in a standing position just with a couple of neck rolls and giving baby a little bit of awareness and love. So from your feet on the floor, put your legs beside you. Come up on your knees. Step up to meet in a standing position, either with your feet together, right toes together, heels apart a little bit, or if you need to be just a little bit wider into mountain stance, perfectly okay as well. So from here, put your inhale, put your arms behind your back, interlace the fingers, pull down, look up, Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Now relax the arms so that you still got your hands up, your arms a little bit relaxed. Hey, 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 Kaden. That's hers. Give it back and stop it. Roll the head anywhere that you feel, as slow as you need. Make sure you're breathing. Change sides. Moving back to center. To finish, bring your hands onto your belly, one on top and one underneath. Close your eyes. And I want you to imagine that you are hugging your baby, not just with your hands, but with your heart, with love and gratitude to the miracle that you have. Pull all of your abdominal muscles, all your stomach muscles. Hug baby as you really hug baby. Engage all of your lower core, hugging. Last breath. And bring your hands to your heart center. It's wonderful to have you here today, guys. Ladies and gentlemen. If you've got your gentleman with you who is taking part with you in your yoga, welcome, welcome as well, guys. I know that having your partner with you when you're going through your pregnancy and also when they're a part of everything else that you're doing, it makes so much difference. My husband works during the day, otherwise I would have him here doing a partner yoga with me. He likes doing yoga, he doesn't do it as often as he should, but that's okay. Thank you so much for joining me, ladies. Every single day there will be a new prenatal yoga for you guys to come and do, to check out. All of the poses are perfectly safe no matter what trimester you're in, whether you're new to yoga or you've been doing it for a while and you've got some of the flexibility still. It doesn't matter where you are in your journey. Each and every single pose is safe for you and baby to help with some of the pain that we experience throughout our pregnancy as baby grows and we don't have enough room in us anymore for baby. So, and it's also going to be helpful later on this month. We're going to be doing some easy delivery pregnancy yoga as well. So keep your eyes open for that. It really does help when it comes time to have baby, to help keep you in the right mindset, to also help you with your body and your control. So I look forward to joining you all then. For now, think good things, speak good words, and do good deeds. Namaste, guys. You have a wonderful afternoon.